And there they are. Not a very straight line, but a blind man will be very pleased to see it. Okay, they're not soldered in, they're just in to show you what they're going to look like when they are soldered in. And then all the wires will come from this direction. Okay, now we're going to prepare the printed circuit board for etching. I couldn't find my Sharpie, so unfortunately I'm going to have to use chemicals. But it's not a disastrous thing. Methylated spirits, some toilet roll. I haven't got any kitchen roll, and toilet roll is cheaper anyway. Get yourself a bit of board and just clean it down, because you want to as clean the process as possible, and then you'll get the decent etch then that you're looking for. Okay, clean the board. I'm using a whiteboard so that you can see, but any board with a smooth surface is good. Now then, as you can see, I've already been doing some practicing with a non-permanent marker, and also making sure that a permanent marker would work. So now we're going to clean the board off, ready to draw this pattern down with a permanent marker. Okay, methylated spirits, alcohol, anything you can that will clean your printed circuit board for you. And don't worry about the ink getting on the whiteboard, because this isn't the only part of the cleaning, because you'll just be wiping it all over the place. And you just clean it down, getting any grubby finger marks off, and you can use gloves, but methylated spirits and the ink isn't dangerous to your skin. I don't care how thirsty you get, don't drink methylated spirits. Right, why did I say that? Have you ever heard of people of the road drinking methylated spirits? Well, over here they have. This is the UK. Okay, now the next stage is to clean that off so it's nice and shiny, and we're going to do that with some emery paper, and I'll get that prepared, and then I'll show you that process. Okay? Okay, now what I tend to do is I use a piece of emery paper I've already used for something, because the grain will be a little bit flatter, and I just simply scour the board, well not scour the board, you know, clean the board off, and get the top layer of crud off. It's not the final clean, because what I use for that is a complete clean piece of emery cloth, emery paper, but this isn't a super fine grit. It's what I would term as a medium grit, but I've had no problems making printed circuit boards this way. What you will find on your whiteboard is dust, so again you need to clean it, but you don't need to use methylated spirits this time because it's just dust and a simple bit of tissue for wiping it off. If you wipe it away from your work area and it all accumulates at one end, then you won't have any cross-contamination with your board. Make sure you clean off your hands. Okay, so that's the first clean stage. Now here I have a brand new piece of emery cloth, but before I use it I'm going to wipe the board with a bit of tissue so that any residue dust doesn't get ground into the copper, which you can do because you're basically making furrows in the copper, and it doesn't matter how fine a grit you have, you will produce those furrows. That's how the etch gets down into the copper to etch it more quickly, I presume. That's my thinking anyway. So now we get clean emery and you now shine it. And you'll notice that I'm always going in one direction, and the reason for that is when you change direction it produces shadows. And when you're marking out using a pen, a printed circuit board, you don't want shadows because they can throw you off where your track's going. I don't know if you can see, but even the centre punches for the buttons are still in view, so we still know where everything goes. The reason I'm doing short videos and then stick them together to make one big video, or one video, is because I'm trying to move this on a little faster, but still get the information over. Right, there we are. Just give that a wipe. And that is nice and clean and shiny. Okay, right, then we get the next bit ready.